Here are your solutions to 9-3. We'll start with letter A. There are 150 children at summer camp. 71 are signed up for swimming. There were a total of 62 children that signed up for canoeing, and 28 of them also signed up for swimming. Construct a two-way table summarizing the data. So the best way to start with this is just to go number by number. So there are 150 children at summer camp. So that is our grand total. We can place that right here. Secondly, we have 71. It says there are 150 children at summer camp. 71 signed up for swimming. So that's the total for swimming. So under total and swimming, we have 71. There were a total of 62 children that signed up for canoeing. So your canoeing total is 62 right down here. And 28 of them, so 28 of the canoers, also signed up for swimming. So canoeing and swimming meets right here, and that number needs to be 28. And then it just asks us to basically complete the table. So we could start right here and say 62 minus 28 is going to give us 34. We could also do 71 minus 28, and we'll get 43 here. Additionally, we could do 150 minus 71, and that gives us 79 here. 79 minus 34 will give us 45 here. And 43 and 45 will give us 88. And then this is a really important last check. We can take 62 plus 88, and we do indeed get 150. We know that we've got correct totals. For letter B, they ask us find and interpret the relative frequencies of students in the survey. First thing we should recognize right away, we're going to do it by column. So we want to do it by column, round to the nearest hundredth if necessary. So the first thing we should see is that we're going to compare 57 cell phone and MP3 player owners out of a total of 70. So 57 out of 70. Can put that in the calculator, and that's about 0.81, 81 100ths. And then here we have 13 out of 70, and we can use the calculator to find out that that is 19 100ths. And of course this right here is going to be 1.00, because 70 out of 70 is all of the 21 out of 30 here, because it's 21 out of the 30 total. And that's going to give us 7/10. We'll put the 0 on there. And in this case we have 9 out of 30, which you could reduce to 3 out of 10, which of course would be 3/10 or 30%, or 30 100ths. And then of course lastly right here at 1.00. Please do guided practice. Here's your solutions to guided practice, and this of course is 9-3. Eloise surveyed the students in her cafeteria and found that 38 males agree with the new cafeteria rules, while 70 do not. There were 92 females surveyed, and 41 of them agree with the new cafeteria rules. Construct a two-way table summarizing this data. So first of all, we have 38 males that agree with the new cafeteria rules. So males and agree would be right here, so we'll put the 38 at that intersection, while 70 do not. So 70 of those males do not agree. And that, of course, we can total that right away and get our total of 108. There were 92 females surveyed, so 92 total females will go right here. And 41 of them agree, so 41 agree. We can subtract 92 minus 41, and we'll get 51. And we have that done. And now we can just total these up. We have 79 here. We have 121 here. And now we've got totals in two different directions, so we could total it this way first and see that that is a nice round number of 200. And look at it here and verify that it is indeed 200. We've got a good complete table where all the totals work out. Problem number 2. The two-way table shows how some students get their news. Find and interpret the relative frequencies of students in the survey by row. So we need to do this by row. So the first thing we have to do is get a total here. So we have 13 plus 49, and that's going to give us a total of 62. And you know you're going to have the 1.00 here. So we're going to take 13 out of 62. 13 divided by 62 is 0.21. I'm not writing the 13 over 62 here because I don't have room. And now here we have 49 over 62. So 49 out of 62 will give us 79%, or 79/100ths. Same thing here, take our total here, and we have a total of 88. And of course our frequency is going to be 1. 20 out of 88 is 0.23. You can kind of verify that in your head. 20 out of 80 would be a quarter, so this will be a little bit less. And 68 out of 88 is 77/100ths. And lastly, we should have our totals down here. We have 33, 13 plus 20, 49 plus 68 would give us 117. And now check this total versus this total. This would be 150. Totaling this, and do it this way, it's also 150. So they said find and interpret the relative frequencies of students. So we found them, and now we need to interpret them. And there's going to be all kinds of different answers here, but as a sample answer we could say over 3/4 right here and right here, because 75% would be 3/4. So over 3/4 of 7th and 8th graders get their news by internet. Be a good sample answer. And lastly, our essential question. How is a two-way table used when determining possible associations between two different categories from the same sample group? Let's just put this on and we'll talk about this. You can find the relative frequencies based on the data in the table and then use those to draw conclusions about associations, just like we did in the previous problem where we saw that about 3/4 of both 7th and 8th graders get their news from the internet. Please do independent practice.